You what, mate? What'd you say?
Pretty crowded out there. I had to park pretty far away.
Good.
Turn like that.
Did you tell them you were working? They let you in, okay?
Yeah, yeah. The guy, they were reluctant to let me in up the thing.
Good.
Up
Good.
here. I had to convince them.
Good.
I understand them. I've never seen them.
I like it when the security's tight, though. That's good.
That is good. I mentioned, I dropped your name, but okay, if he knows it, then.
EPL kicks off tomorrow.
I know, I can't wait, man.
Shit.
I'm a Spurs fan. I don't know how we're going to look this year.
If you want soda or water, it's in the owner's box.
Yeah, I'm about to walk over and grab one, actually, in my purse. Here you go.
You got it?
Yep.
It'd be much easier for you tonight.
I'll be right back.
Thank you, Melissa.
Rochester 6th, and we're 8th.
Yeah. No, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 6th. We're 7th.
We're 7th?
Yeah. Oklahoma lost last night.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Thanks, Melissa. Where'd you work at, Nick?
I work at a shipping company called John S. James. I do logistics. I set up shipments all around the world. No, I went to school for it at all.
No. At least you got a job in Charleston.
I'm a PE teacher. That's what I want to do.
Money. Get it. There we go. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Blackboard Stadium. We're coming to you live tonight from the Charleston Battery Stadium here out on Daniel Island, Blackboard Stadium. We're about 14 minutes away from kickoff. Tonight, the Charleston Battery take on the Rochester Rhinos in a USL Pro soccer match. A big game as well for both clubs. We'll get to that in just a second. My name's Andrew Bell. I'll be your host tonight. We have a little pre-game show for you, and then we'll go straight into the action here. And if you're listening live here locally, there's still time to come on out. We're expecting a big crowd tonight. We had a fantastic atmosphere here on Wednesday, and I can already see a good bunch of people over in the supporters section, the rowdy section over there in E1. And I would encourage you to check that out if you come out to Blackboard Stadium, because it really is remarkable. They sing, dance and drum throughout the game, and it really adds a lot to the atmosphere. The players in particular love it. So, Wednesday night's game, well, what a game it was. 3-2 winners. The Charleston Battery came out, defeating a playoff rival, the Orange County Blues, in probably the best game of the season so far. Charleston jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Dane Kelly scored the first. Jose Cuevas got the second after one of Dane Kelly's shots was blocked in the box by a player's arm. One of the Orange County players handballed it in the box. We got the penalty, and Cuevas buried it. 2-0. Then the onslaught, the contest changed as Orange County came back at the Battery, scored a goal, made it very interesting. Charleston took a 3-1 lead through Dane Kelly from a corner kick in the 63rd minute, and then Orange County scored again to make for a very nervy last 10 or 15 minutes. And really, the momentum was with Orange County, but the Battery dug deep. They hung in there, and they got the points, and it was a massive win. If you look at the standings coming into tonight's game, Charleston, well, they jumped ahead of Orange County with that win. Charleston now 29 points through 23 games. That's good for, let me see, 7th position in the USL Pro standings. Remember, the top 8 make the postseason. Rochester, tonight's opponent, 2 points ahead of the Charleston Battery, also having played 23 games. So it doesn't get more... It doesn't get bigger than this as it goes for the playoffs. Both of these teams tonight looking for maximum points. A tie doesn't hurt that bad, but it doesn't help that much either, particularly for the Charleston Battery, because right behind Charleston you've got Oklahoma City on 29, Orange County Blues just 2 points back on 27, Wilmington, who play New York Red Bulls reserve side tonight, they're on 26 points, Pittsburgh, who we do play later in the season on August 30th actually here at Blackboard Stadium, they're on 26. It's very, very tight, and again, only the top 8 teams make the postseason. Orlando have wrapped up the regular season title. They've already got 49 points. They've only lost twice, 15 wins from 21 games. They're going to be headed to the postseason, most likely in prime position in first place. But Richmond Kickers will have something to say about that, I would think. They're just 1 point behind Orlando, also having a very, very good season. So there you are. That's the stage for tonight. Battery versus Rochester Rhinos in a huge game. A massive game for both clubs. The Battery players are pumped up. They're going to be going for it tonight. We're about 10.5 minutes away from kickoff. Right now we're going to go to break. When we come back, more from the pregame here on ESPN Radio, 9:10 a.m. Oh yeah, I've been there. It's good. It's all right. Arsenal fans go. I like going a lot of the morning games on PPL. Yeah. Getting that back room on the right side. You get there early enough. You get there early. That's what I try to do. Can't stand the Liverpool side. Well, the owner's a Liverpool fan. There's only like 5. Oh, I know. There's only 5 of us Tottenham fans. Every time I go, I feel like. My friends that play football growing up, jump on the soccer all of a sudden. Last couple of years, it's evening, Larry. They should sit over there.
I think in 2 years, this city's growing so much, I think it'll be full here all the time. So many people are moving here, it's ridiculous. Not much.
Yeah, those girls are sitting in the wrong seats. College of Charleston.
All their wrong seats.
Yeah.
One.
Sure they're not in wet. Those are all season ticket holders.
I'll be able to sit wherever you want when you come. And Wilson's in the lineup. He's my favorite.
He's the boss. He's the only one left from the old days, the Mark Watson days.
Watson was my coach.
Brilliant.
Best coach I ever had, by far.
America's top travel magazine named Charleston the best city in the nation, so it's no secret that people are flocking here. But people from all over the world come to MUSC for our unparalleled expertise year after year. Maybe that's why so many national organizations invest in our breakthroughs, and why so many of the world's top doctors continue to join us. So while Charleston's magnetic draw may not surprise you, we wanted to remind you about ours. MUSC, changing what's possible.
Very defensive-minded coach. They're going to be hard to break down. The question is, how adventurous will Rochester be tonight? We know the Battery are going to go for it. They're at home in front of their fans. They have to get the points. They'll be going for it, I'm sure, from the opening whistle. But what about Rochester? Are they going to come out and play, or are they going to sit back and play on the counter-attack? We'll find out in just a few minutes' time. Again, the Battery enter the game 2 points behind Rochester, both sides having played 23 games. Just a quick look at the other games that are happening around the league. Last night, well, there was a great result for Charleston with Arizona United, the side that's second from bottom in USL Pro, holding on and beating OKC Energy, who are tied on 29 points with the Charleston Battery. Arizona got it done 2-1, so big result there. And after tonight's game, the Battery's next match is in Oklahoma City against OKC Energy, so that game looms large in the distance. The only other game happening tonight, Wilmington Hammerheads are up at New York Red Bull Reserves in the MLS crossover game. You would expect Wilmington to win that match. Whole slate of games tomorrow, including Rochester at Charlotte, Dayton at Richmond, Harrisburg at Orlando, LA at OKC, and Pittsburgh at Arizona. Right now, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we will have the kickoff here live from Blackboard Stadium. Charleston Battery versus Rochester Rhinos up next on ESPN Radio, 9:10 a.m. Love it. And welcome back to Blackboard Stadium. We're right at kickoff here. It's Charleston Battery versus Rochester Rhinos up next. Or up right now, actually, as our referee Cedric Adams prepares himself. The players just huddled. They'll take their positions and we'll get started in just a second. 84 degrees, partly cloudy, and 57% humidity here at kickoff in Charleston, South Carolina on this natural grass surface. And we welcome those of you joining on the Charleston Battery YouTube channel now, as we're simulcasting here on ESPN Radio 910 AM. Don't forget scores, stats, news and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USLPro. Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. And Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. And finally, every USL Pro regular season and playoff game streams live on YouTube in 2014. Subscribe for free to the Battery and the Rochester Rhinos YouTube channel today. And we're underway, and Rochester have it in the early going at the halfway line. One in the tackle from Charleston, and it falls for Kelly at the edge of the 18. He goes around the last defender, still going, pulled up, trying to square it, and it bounces away, and Rochester should get it clear here. Charleston head it square to Abdallah. Bright start here from the home side, who jumped on Rochester from the opening whistle. Here's Falvey for the Battery. Gets it wide to Ferguson. At the halfway line, it's Abdallah. And straight into touch from Aminu Abdallah, and possession given back to Rochester. It'll be a throw-in for the visitors at the halfway line on this near side. The Battery going from right to left in the first half. That one should fall actually for Rochester. It swung out to Banks on this near side. Maybe a chance for a cross. He sends a good ball in. It's headed down by Ferguson. Prince to the loose ball. Hits it long, looking for Kelly to chase. And Kelly is going to get behind the defender and turns with possession. Waits for some help. He's having his shirt tugged by Kyle Hoffer. Play on, says the referee. Abdallah gets it wide to Chang. Can he keep possession? He can. Van Schaik down the line to Griffith. Griffith cuts inside the defender, but tackled as he tried to go around the last man there, Abassi. And Rochester should get it away here. Inside the second minute, Charleston Battery 0. Rochester Rhinos 0. It's been end-to-end so far. Banks is going to be offside there. And it'll be a free kick for the Charleston Battery. Charleston get it going quickly. They want to keep the tempo high, it would seem. It's Wilson now, the left back, plays it back to Sean Ferguson. Wilson again. Not allowed to turn outside onto his left foot, so he has to go backwards to Ferguson, who switches to Colin Falvey. Down the line to Griffith. Having a look at that Rochester shape here. Looks like the 4-4-2 tonight. with Banks the furthest of the players forward. Ferguson out to Wilson now, trying to scoop it around towards Abdallah, who has to go backwards, and Rochester not providing any space at all for the battery in the midfield. 3 minutes in, no score. It comes up to the central midfielder, Jared Van Schaik, but he's not allowed to turn, and in the end, Falvey has to go backwards now to Additional Cooper. Fans still piling in here at Blackboard Stadium. Van Schaik round the outside to Griffith, the right back, the full back. Plays it forward to Jose Cuevas. Griffith again. Abdallah's looking for it to feet. He'll get it now. Quick first time pass out to Ferguson at the halfway line. Now Wilson, who's just inside the Rochester half. Plays it square, it's loose and it's there for the taking, and it's Van Schaik who comes up with a loose ball towards Kelly. Dane Kelly saying he had his shirt tugged there. The referee says no, Mr. Adams. And Rochester parry it clear. And the battery are going to have to build again now with Quinton Griffith on the far side. Again, we're broadcasting live on ESPN Radio, 9:10 a.m. We're also streaming live on the battery's YouTube channel. Wilson cuts inside the Rochester midfielder, Mendoza. Comes back to Van Schaik, who brings it to the halfway line. Banks tracking back behind him. Little touch there, great touch actually from Curtis. It's out to Banks now at the halfway line. Walls. Now McMahon. Rosenlund just drops it off for Sundley and plays it all the way out to the far side to Abassi. Now here's Kyle Hoffer, the former battery man. Sharp pass out to this near side and just ran it into touch there, I think. Pat McMahon, and it'll be a throw-in for the Charleston battery. It came at him quite sharply, but didn't really get it under control. Kelly being held there. Surely that's a foul, but the referee allows play to continue as Kelly's shot is wide of the target. Well, I tell you what, Diallo had complete hold of Dane Kelly. The battery players having a word. The referee allowed the advantage, I think wisely, and Kelly got the shot away, but he missed the target. He just put his arm around Dane Kelly and hung on, just trying to stop him from spinning, but he couldn't prevent him from breaking away in the end. McCarthy, the goalkeeper, clips it to the halfway line, headed into touch by Charleston. Throw in Rochester. We've played 5 minutes at Blackboard Stadium. It's 0-0 here. Diallo hits it long. Griffith finds the ball, the loose ball. It was a loose pass from Banks. Griffith keeps it in play, rolls it to Van Schaik. Now Ferguson. Rosenlund closing him down. Wilson now will turn into a bit of pressure and escapes the grip of the defender. Kelly caught in possession there, and it'll be worked back to the goalkeeper McCarthy. Nice clearance from him. Ferguson just holds off Rosenlund. It is headed into the Rochester half. Rochester with it with McMahon. Diallo, nice little bit of skill there from Walls. Out to this near side. Rochester trying to hang on here to possession. Oh, and again, McMahon struggles. There's an early throw, and Kelly's in behind Hoffer. Kelly takes a lovely touch, and then across comes the defender, Baba Diallo, and just stepped in the way. And the keeper has it. Lovely first-time touch from Dane Kelly to just get around Kyle Hoffer's grasp. Good idea that with that early throw-in. Here comes Banks at the other end. Again, it's into touch. It'll be a throw-in for the Charleston battery. A little bit of a push there from John Wilson after the fact, former Rochester player. That'll be a throw-in for Charleston as well. Rochester beat Charleston in the first game they played this year, and the second match finished all square. Both previous games played up there in Rochester. There's the throw, looking for Kelly. Hoffer volleys back to Zach Prince. Oh, I don't know how he did that, but Cuevas gets it to Prince. Down the line for Abdallah, who's brought down by McMahon. And it'll be a free kick for Charleston. He hasn't had a good start to the game, this McMahon. He's dribbled into touch twice and now conceded a free kick on this near side. This is dangerous. Jose Cuevas on that right foot can do some damage from this sort of angle. You can hear the crowd getting into it below us. It's Cuevas for the Battery. Dangerous moment for Rochester. Plenty of bodies in the box. That is whipped in and taken by the goalkeeper, McCarthy. He just battered it down. It came at him very quickly through a crowd. He did well and gathers the ball up. No real problems in the end. 8 minutes played. Charleston Battery 0, Rochester Rhinos 0. JC Banks collects the ball and just lifts it down the line. That's a good idea. Here come Rochester on the far side. Griffith in with a challenge. Throw in Rhinos. Down the line it goes. Far side. Trying to work himself into a crossing position over there. Van Schaik is over there as well. That's going to be a free kick, is it? Yes. Looks like they ran into each other, those two. Both players down. And the trainers may have to come on here. Let's see if they're going to need some attention. It's Michael Chang, who, yes, he's going to need some help. I think the referee ended up blowing a free kick, so Rochester are going to have a chance now from a similar angle that Charleston just had a free kick from, and this could be dangerous as well. It's JC Banks over there holding the ball. They're going to have to wait until Michael Chang has received treatment. Let's hope he's okay to continue. Big game this for both clubs. Rochester with a win tonight would just ease themselves clear of Charleston and be very close, you would think, to securing a playoff spot. I think 37 points did it last year. Charleston substitutes are warming up, by the way, so the word from Chang may not be that clever. We're in the 10th minute. I'm just looking at the athletic trainer there. Bobby Weisenberger from MUSC Sports Medicine. We'll see if he can give us a little indication. They will look towards the bench if there's a problem and let the coach know. And the hand goes up to say hold on the substitution, so Chang must be okay. The Battery have got some defending to do here, though. It's a free kick for Banks on the far side. Again, this is a natural grass surface here at Blackboard Stadium. Mid-80s at kickoff, which is quite nice, to be honest. It's been reasonably cool here. If you can consider 84 degrees, 57% humidity cool. Compared to what it was a couple of weeks ago, it's lovely. Here's the delivery. Oh, it's short. Maybe a chance for a strike. It's chipped in and straight through to the keeper. Well, I thought Sundley was going to take a touch and hit it, but he just tried to chip it into the gap, and no real problems there. So Charleston breathe a sigh of relief. Both teams now have had attacking free kicks. Wilson dribbles it forward, changes his mind, goes backwards to Ferguson. He's going to have to hit it here long. Drives it down the line, looking for Zach Prince. Headed into touch this time by McMahon. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery. Prince has a look, and it's a sharp throw back to Wilson. It'll go all the way back to Ferguson. Squares it to Falvey, the club captain. Chips it forward, looking for Kelly. Kelly can't bring it down. Parried clear by Rochester. Charleston to the loose ball first. Abdallah neatly back to Ferguson. Now Wilson on the left side. Oh, he left a bit off that, and now there's trouble because here's JC Banks. Looks up. Still going, Banks gets it wide. Wilson across on the cover and makes up for his error with a tackle to concede a throw-in on this near side. Well, he just didn't put the weight on that pass he needed to, and he was inviting a problem there as the ball comes in, and it's comfortable for the Charleston goalkeeper, Additional Cooper. Battery's next game next Sunday night in against OKC Energy. It's a road game. We'll have it live for you on ESPN Radio 9, 10 a.m. followed by a second road game in Sacramento on the following Wednesday. Handball, the decision there, as Kelly is called for the foul. And Rochester will get a throw in, rather a free kick. Back inside their half. Kyle Hoffer is going to take it. The former Battery man. I think it was just 1 year he played in Charleston. And he plays it short, right down the middle. Nice first touch forward. Here come Rochester. Scuffed forward, and Charleston should parry it clear now with Prince on the left side. Gets it onto his right foot, hits it long, looking for Kelly to chase. Diallo heads away. Chang's overlapping Kelly. Kelly cuts onto his left foot, still going, Dane Kelly. Fires it out to this near side, but good challenge from the Rochester midfielder to break it up. Lovely first touch there from JC Banks, by the way. Kelly is back defending. Plays it square inside. Now here's Hoffer for the Rhinos. Squares it to Diallo. Plays it forward. Rochester with it. Now here's Tony Walls. Up to the halfway line. Back to Rosenlund. Inside the center circle. Does a 360 and brings Hoffer into the game now. At the half. Little flick inside. Showed a lot of that to the Battery midfielder Abdallah, and he wins the tackle. It was a good spell of possession from Rochester, but in the end it broke down in midfield as Charleston win it back. Abdallah just gets it away in time. Get up, says the referee. No foul there. Abdallah having a look at him. They're finding the ball out to Wilson, but they're not letting Wilson bring it across and look up the line on that left foot. So the pressure coming from Rochester, which is forcing Charleston back into their half. Abdallah fakes the pass and now steps forward with it, and round the outside, straight into touch on the far side. He was trying to get his foot across the outside of his foot, but he didn't come off properly the pass, and it's a throw in for the Rhinos. Here's Kyle Hoffer. Lumps it high into the air. That's an awkward one. And straight into touch from McMahon. Possession back with the Battery. "15 minutes played, no score. Charleston Battery 0, Rochester 0. No real clear-cut chances yet. Cushioned ball there from Prince, but it was off target. Hit long by McMahon. Now wide to the far side. Here come Rochester. It's a Bussey over there. Did well actually in the game up in Rochester a few weeks ago. Banks plays it inside and then given away by the Rhinos, and the Battery send it back to the keeper, and he hits it to the halfway line. First time clearance. Diallo heads forward. Abdallah helps it back. That's a terrible decision. It's Banks into the box. Shot saved by Additional Cooper. Well, he recovers after the error from Abdallah. He put JC Banks through. Not sure what he was. Well, I know what he was thinking. He was trying to play it back to the keeper on the head, but Banks read it, and he was in behind for a second. Good save from Additional Cooper to deny him. Hit that shot very well. It's definitely going in, and Cooper had to get down. He couldn't hold it. He had to parry it, but got it on the second attempt. Tight over there on the far side. Charleston earn a throw-in, and it's thrown in to Cuevas, who is tackled by Hoffer, who came out and won it. Hard challenge there, but he got the ball. Dixon just drops it back to Abassi. Playing at left back tonight. He played in the midfield last time we saw him. Left a bit off that pass. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Rhinos. Charleston trying to make it hard for Rochester to get out of their half here. Just squeezing them in here on the throw, and Rochester now get the throw down the line. Van Schaik and Rosenland clash. Falvey hooks it forward. Falvey captaining the side tonight. Abdallah heads forward again. Walls, good ball, finds Banks. He's just in that gap. He slots it down the line, and Dixon's going to get there ahead of Griffith. Early cross into the back post. No one there really. Wilson will gather up the loose ball. Cuts inside Mendoza. The pass isn't good, and now here come Rochester. Rosenlund chips to the back post. Dixon goes down. Banks tries to get the volley away, dispossessed by Van Schaik, and Charleston just looking a little shaky in the back in the early going. As Falvey just chips it forward, and that'll go straight through to the Rochester goalkeeper, John McCarthy. Rochester have a game tomorrow night in Charlotte. You can watch that game on the live YouTube stream. Fans still coming into this stadium. I can see the line over on the East ticket window. It's all the way to the road over there on the far side. Good crowd tonight. Here's McMahon. Plays it inside. Doesn't look that confident on the ball, this McMahon. We'll keep an eye on him. Is the keeper now. McCarthy to Hoffer. Turns. Has a look downfield. Nice little touch layoff. But then the long pass forward gathered up by the battery. Both teams doing a good job defensively so far. At least in terms of their defensive shape as the other team tries to come away with it. Falvey finds Van Schaik in the midfield. Turns with possession. Brings it clear of J.C. Banks. Left-footed ball forward. It pops straight back into the battery half. Now hit long. Diallo lets it drop and rolls it back to the keeper. He's going to be under pressure. He gets it away first time. Little slip header on. Wide to Dixon. Back inside to Banks. Picks the ball out to Mendoza. Mendoza asking McMahon to come forward now. The fullback for the first time. Plays it back and inside to Sundley. Walls gets there ahead of Chang. Play on, says the referee, no foul. It's Dixon for Rochester. Now Walls. Oh, he showed too much of that to Van Schaik. Won it back in the challenge. Chips down the line. Griffith handled that surely. Play on says, no, he's going to pull it back. That's a free kick for the Rhinos. He was trying to play advantage. This is a chance for Rochester. Be from a similar position from before. Let's see if Banks just whips it in this time and curls his foot round that ball and hits it in at pace. It's got to be the way to go here. Sundley's also dropped off again in case he fancies the short one. Surely just into the box here. This is a good position for a wide attacking free kick. 20 minutes played. No score here at Blackboard Stadium. Banks with the delivery into a good area, headed away by Charleston. Rochester get there first. Little touch wide is off target and the battery should be able to bring it clear here. Griffith dribbles into trouble but gets it to Abdallah. Abdallah chips out to the far side. Hoffer intercepts the through ball and a good clearance. Falvey heads wide for Griffith. Charleston have possession again. Chang under a lot of pressure goes backwards to Griffith into the midfield. He finds his pass and that's a good ball from Van Schaik to Prince. He's got Wilson overlapping. Prince cuts inside. Oh, he gives it straight to the opposition. Charleston just give it away there with Zach Prince as Rochester almost do the same thing and in the end force it all the way back to the keeper. Rolls it out to McMahon. Takes a touch. Picks out a pass. Gets it back. Rochester with possession midway up inside the half on this near side. Abassi over there, the left back. Squares it to Walls. Pressure from the battery midfield. It's forced back. Diallo gets under it, hits it to the halfway line. Sent back downfield. Hoffer beats Cuevas in the air. Still there to be won in the middle. And neat pass that from John Wilson to Abdallah. And Charleston have it back on the carpet. Now Van Schaik. Cross the halfway line. To Cuevas, who hasn't really been a factor yet. Wilson took his eye off it there, but recovers. It's Cuevas again. Trying to send it diagonally to the far side. Abassi is there, he's taking no chances. Heads it behind, it'll be a corner kick for the Charleston battery. Well, direct football there from Charleston, and it pays off as they get the set piece. It'll be Cuevas, will it? No, it's going to be Chang on the far side with that left foot. So an in-swinger from the battery. Whipped in, good header away by the big man, Diallo, and headed back in to the box, but comfortable really for the goalkeeper there, John McCarthy. Not sure what Abdallah was thinking there, what his intention was. It'll be Rochester to punt it away here. He's telling them to get forward. He wants to put his foot through it. Midway through the first half, 23 minutes in, no score. Abdallah wins the header in the midfield, but Rochester gather the loose ball and get it wide to Dixon, the former Houston Dynamo man. Chipped into the middle for Rosenlund. Oh, he gets away from Griffith. He just let it bounce over his head. It was a nice bit of trickery, but Additional Cooper, the goalkeeper, read the danger. 0-0 the score, and he rolls it this time to Colin Falvey. Squares it to Ferguson. Charleston will try and build from the back here. To Wilson, quickly closed down. Finds Van Schaik in the middle. Prince can't keep it in play. Came at him sharply. McMahon had completely missed it. Slid through, but the ball trickled away for a throw-in. Rochester with possession. Be a tough weekend this for Rochester. 2 games down here in the south, back-to-back. Players will relish the challenge, I'm sure. Here's JC Banks, drops it down the line to Rosenlund, and dribbles into touch. Throw in Charleston Battery, unlucky. Rochester, of course, play on an artificial surface, so take them a few minutes. I'm sure by now they've got used to the surface here at Blackboard Stadium. It's just about perfect, honestly. At this time of year, I was out there on the field before the game. It was absolutely fantastic. Cuevas looks up and smacks it across to the far side to Griffith, cushions it, and heads down the line to Chang. Chang tries the first time ball, trying to slip it through, defended well, throw in Charleston. 20 minutes to go till the break. Cuevas tricks his way through a player, gets it across to Van Schaik, who loses the ball, and Rochester gather up possession now on the far side with Abassi. Turns it back to Diallo. He's going to have to go backwards to the keeper, who hits it well to the halfway line. Good control that from Abdallah. Here's Aminu Abdallah inside the center circle. Pings it wide to Prince. Prince down the line to Dane Kelly, who goes to ground. The referee shakes his head. He's going to give a free kick, is he? Or is it a throw? No, a throw-in. Well, if it's a throw-in, it should be a Rochester throw, sir, because it came off Dane Kelly. If it's a free kick, fair enough. It looked like there was a bit of contact, but no damage done. It'll be a throw-in now for Charleston. Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but Charleston benefit. Prince asking for some movement ahead of him. And it's headed down. Cuevas! Oh, good save! Squared! Chang off the line! Did it go in? Yes! Charleston have scored. The official on the far side signaled that it crossed the line, and Cuevas combines with Michael Chang to give the Battery a 1-0 lead. No goal line technology here at Blackboard Stadium. We'll have to rely on the official on the far side. I must say, I thought it crossed the line. Chang hit it very firmly, and Rochester got it away, but it was behind the line, and the Battery get the break and the early goal. I think it was square back to Michael Chang, and he just slotted it. Big goal that for Chang and for the Battery. Just chatting with Nick Filosa, the Charleston Battery statistician alongside me. We're conferring, and that one, the assist will go to the dubious assist committee, because I'm not sure exactly what happened. It was very quick, but the end result is Charleston Battery score. Slight controversial fashion, but the official on the far side signal goal. And to be fair to Rochester, they're not really they weren't really complaining that vociferously. I think it did cross the line. Rochester will respond. Well, we'll see what the response is like now from the Rhinos. Across the halfway line they come. Abdallah in with a challenge. They need to find a goal to get level now, Rochester. Chang controls. Can he pick out the pass? He can. And Abassi is out of position. Here comes Quinton Griffith. There's the cross into the middle, headed away by the former Battery player. Hoffa, great header clear. And Rochester can maybe counter-attack here. It's out to Rosenlund, the captain. Back inside to Walls. Wilson intercepts the through ball. Charleston have it back. Abdallah finds Chang. Again, he's asking Griffith to come down the line. Here comes Quinton Griffith. Plays it down the line to Kelly. Kelly tackled over there on the far side. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery. Well, some good attacking football in the build-up. Charleston unlucky not to have scored initially, but great work from Chang to find the back of the net. Well, not quite the back of the net, but he got the ball across the line. Kelly digs in, finds Cuevas in the box. Lunging tackle over there from Hoffa. He did just enough, and the goalkeeper has it. If you're joining us late, we've played 29 minutes now at Blackboard Stadium. It's Charleston Battery 1, Rochester Rhinos 0. We're live from Blackboard. It's USL Pro Soccer action for you this evening on ESPN Radio 9:10 a.m. And of course the simulcast on the Charleston Battery YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us wherever you are this evening. All over the place, including foreign parts. We get people watching from all over the world. It'll be a throw-in for Charleston at the halfway line. Griffith will take it. Abdallah quick to the ball and allowed to control it and turn and finds the pass now to Wilson. This time he can look down the line on his left foot. Rolls it forward to Kelly. Kelly sets it square to Wilson. Lovely first touch to get away from McMahon. Plays it into Kelly. Kelly digs in the box. Down he goes. The referee says no foul, and Rochester clip it away. Good clearance from the keeper, but Charleston will get the ball again with Falvey. Kelly is in the wars already. Chang with a neat first touch, but straight into touch it goes. It'll be a throw-in for Rochester on the far side. Stay with us throughout the evening, and post-game we'll have a post-game show here with Mike Anhauser, the coach, joining us later on. It was a bit loose from Hoffa. Abdallah lunging for the ball. Good control, finds Griffith. Now Van Schaik, first time to Abdallah. Good football from the Battery, working the little triangles. Abdallah brings it forward and scuffs the pass. He hit the ground, not the ball, and Rochester get it back. Abdallah jumped into that challenge. Oh, big jump from Van Schaik to win it. Abdallah loses possession again in the midfield. This could be trouble as Rochester have it inside the Battery half. Rosenlund took his time though, and Banks had already made the run. He's almost like he's thinking a step ahead of his teammates, JC Banks, and he would have been offside had he contested that. Charleston with possession. Van Schaik under pressure. In the end, just hooks it away to concede the throw-in. Charleston Battery 1, Rochester Rhinos 0. You're watching the game here live from Blackboard Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina. The ball has disappeared. McMahon's asking for some help from a fan. Here it is now. Actually from the one of the Battery technical staff, Joey Gorman. He gets it back to McMahon. Abassi inside to Diallo. Baba Diallo. Now Sundley. Squares it to Walls and then outside to Abassi again. Plays it back to Diallo. They need to push forward here, Rochester, and get this ball up to JC Banks. He's looked the most likely. Given away in midfield. It's the Battery with possession with Van Schaik. Chang, he just lost it to Abassi. It was a bit soft, that really. Banks does very well. Great leap to find Rosenlund. Gets it wide. Here come the Rhinos now on this near side. McMahon making great efforts to overlap. The cross comes in. Good ball in, headed away by Ferguson. Nice set from Cuevas, and it's to Kelly at the halfway line. Challenged, and he earns his side a throw-in. Well played from the Jamaican. They're still lined up at the ticket window on the far side. They're still coming in here at Blackboard Stadium. It's Be a good crowd here tonight as the ball is set out to the far side. Abassi uses his pace to get there before Chang. Love to see Abassi have a go at Chang on that far side. He looked very good going forward when the teams met in Rochester. Falvey wins the tackle over Banks, finds Cuevas. Now here's Wilson for Charleston. Rochester not so eager to press as they were in the early going. That'll be a free kick for the Battery as Abdallah is undercut there in the challenge. And the referee wants to have a word with the Rochester player. Rosenlund. Is he booking him? Surely not for that. He's counting off the fouls, I think, but he's not booking him, so perhaps it's the last warning. You know, when you do that, when the referee does that, how often do we see it that he ends up booking someone from the opposite side for the next foul? We'll see if that holds true here. As Cuevas heads directly into touch on the far side, it'll be a throw-in for Rochester. Just over 10 minutes to go till the break. Charleston 1, Rochester 0, the score. Chang, the difference so far, with the only goal in the 26th minute. Van Schaik takes it away from Dixon. He pulled out of the challenge there, Dixon. Prince also in with a strong challenge. They're flying in the midfield. The Battery gather up the ball. That's under hit, but Charleston will get the throw in on this near side. It was a good interception from Mendoza initially. Prince shows for it, sets it back to Wilson. Not a lot on for him. He's going to have to go back to Sean Ferguson. Quick square pass to Falvey. Falvey to the halfway line. Looks up. Looking for movement ahead of him. He chips down the line. Griffith jumps but doesn't make good contact, and Rochester bring it clear. Here's Banks. Great to see him back playing again healthy after missing a best part of a year with a cruciate injury, I think it was. Looks to be fully recovered. Hasn't lost any of his sharpness either. 10 minutes to go till half-time here at Blackboard Stadium. It's Charleston Battery 1, Rochester 0. Rosenlund trying to make a bit of space for himself. Has to go back to Diallo. Now Abassi on the far side. Well, we gave that straight to Chang. Chang hits it to the midfield to Cuevas. Lovely work from Cuevas. Plays it round the outside. Kelly's going to be offside. Well, he was just cheating a little bit there, Dane Kelly. It was a good idea from Cuevas, with some fancy footwork to get through the challenge, the tackle from Rosenlund. It was almost a nutmeg. Here's Diallo. Hits it forward. Rosenlund with it. Asking Abassi to join in, the left back at the halfway line. Dixon for the Rhinos. Just inside the Battery half now. Chips it forward, looking for the run of Banks. Good control. Is he allowed to turn in the box? He is. Can he get the shot away? He can't, as the tackle comes flying in. Not the best clearance. Charleston inviting pressure here. Sundley. Out to McMahon. Just kept it in play. Sundley again. Should be a header for the Battery's defender. There it is. And a good volleyed clearance from Michael Chang. Looked like handball. Play on, says the referee. Here's Mendoza. Squares it to Walls. Now Rosenlund inside the center circle. Gets it wide to Abassi. Charleston closing him down. Forces it back to Diallo. Sundley turns with possession at the halfway line. Now the right back. McMahon goes backwards to Hoffer. And now Diallo. Battery working hard to limit the space here for Rochester. Good spell of possession for the Rhinos, but can they carve out a chance? Here's Dixon now. Good ball. Oh, lovely ball out to McMahon. It's behind Prince. Wilson's coming across on the cover, and the cross is blocked for a throw-in. Quick throw taken. Good thinking there from the right back. Here's Walls asking Abassi to help again. Rochester edging closer. Battery are being told to get out by the captain, Falvey. He wants a higher line. Rosenlund has a little nibble forward. Now he plays it wide. They've had the ball for good last couple of minutes here, the Rhinos, and then finally just given away as it was sent forward. Can the Battery hang on to it? Kelly goes around Diallo and then just runs into a leg and a bit of trouble. Here's Prince, though. Good ball from Dane Kelly to Zach Prince. Works it out to Wilson. Down the line for Wilson from Prince. Oh, he got caught under his feet, John Wilson, but he gets away with it. And then the covering tackle comes in from McMahon. It's like both teams struggling with their control tonight. It is a very quick surface here. The field is watered in the afternoon, not really right before kickoff, but it can be a bit greasy, particularly when night begins to fall. There's the ball from Abassi into JC Banks. Turns away with it, and then, he just knocks it into touch on the far side. He was looking for Abassi there. One of these times, Abassi's just got to lay that in and then keep going, and a player like Banks will just put that into the gap for him. Throw in for the Battery. 7 minutes to go till half-time. The Battery, the home side, 1-0 up. It's Zach Prince for Charleston here, working against McMahon. Evades the challenge from Mendoza, goes backwards to Wilson, Wilson to Van Schaik, and he'll switch play now to Griffith. Early ball down the line for Kelly, and he's got around the defender again. He's inside him, into the box, still Kelly going, chance perhaps, and well, it's a penalty, yes. It had to be really. Kelly stayed on his feet as long as he could, but Diallo had just taken his legs from him before he could get the pass away. And Dane Kelly's pace earns the Battery a chance to double the advantage. Well, Diallo, he just couldn't stay with Kelly, but instead of letting him go, he stuck a leg out. Kelly stayed on his feet. Credit to Dane Kelly, tried to pick out his teammate, Cuevas, but the referee had made his mind up, and he points to the spot, and the Battery have a chance to double the lead here. It's Jose Cuevas. It's a yellow card. That's for dissent, is it? To the captain, Rosenlund. You've got to vent your frustration, I suppose, but you know it doesn't do much good, and it's an insult to injury, really, as he gets booked. Coming across for a word on this near side now, the captain. So it's a penalty kick here for the Battery. Chance for Charleston. Yeah, he buries it. 2-0 rather, it's his third penalty. Jose Cuevas, he sent the keeper the wrong way, and he smacked that one home. And Charleston are 2-0 up. Well, let's see what the response is like now from Rochester. Probably, well, you could sense the frustration with the decision. I think he got it right, though, honestly. My first thought was Diallo, he should have just left Kelly once he got around his shoulder. Definitely there was contact. I think just a little bit surprised by the pace of the Jamaican. And Cuevas converting the chance. So Charleston push on and they get the second goal. Let's see if Rochester can pull one back before the break. Here's Banks. Plays it square now to Rosenlund, who was booked in that sequence, the captain Tyler Rosenlund. Rochester work it out to Abassi on the far side, 42nd minute. Charleston with their tails up here, but can Rochester halt the tide? Not like that. Ooh, Cuevas won it in the midfield. If he could have just lifted that forward, Kelly was in behind. As it is, here come the Rhinos round the outside with Alex Dixon. Banks in the middle, squared in and cut out by Griffith. Now Chang, nobody ahead of him. He's just going to play it into the opposition half. Rochester gather it up. Couple of minutes till the break. Stay with us at half-time for the Charleston Battery half-time show here on ESPN Radio, 9:10 a.m. Take a look at a couple of the games coming up on the schedule, plus quick recap of this first half. It's been another entertaining game at Blackboard Stadium as that one is given away, and the keeper's coming off his line, Neuer style, and clears it long. Falvey heads high into the air. Abdallah helps it wide to Cuevas on this near side. Looks up. Van Schaik had made a little run. It's down the line from Prince, who was fouled by Rosenlund, who needs to be a little bit careful here because he's been booked, and that was after the ball had gone. Just going to be a free kick. The referee's having a word with Mendoza now, who's having a little chirp at him, and Bob Lilly is not happy. He's having a word with his players because I think there's just a little bit of a little lapse in discipline perhaps, which he will not stand for, I can promise you that. Cuevas 3 assists and 2 goals in his past 2 matches, by the way, I'm told by our statistician, Nick Filosa, who keeps track of that stuff. That's not too shabby for the youngster. There is Cuevas in with a challenge. 44th minute here. Charleston 2, Rochester 0. 90 seconds to go till the break, plus any time our referee, Cedric Adams, adds on. Rosenlund just drops it square. Here come the Rhinos across the midfield. Abassi, and now he's got some space out there. Is he going to attack it? Brings it forward, round the outside. Could be a chance for a cross here. He goes back to the wide player. It's lifted forward to him. Headed away by Van Schaik. Awkward one that. Chang over there on the cover. Plays it up the line. Has he got the pace? No, Abassi wins it back. To the byline. Cross comes in. Good ball. And a comfortable take for Cooper. Hits it long early. He's asking Kelly to get on the end of it. Hoffa's fighting with him for it. Kelly should get there first. No. Into touch. Throw in Charleston Battery. Well, that's very good work from the Charleston number 9. And the Battery in this position will be in no hurry to take the throw in, I'm sure. If they can get that 2-0 scoreline into the locker room, that will be optimal for Coach Anhauser. And how Rochester would dearly like to pull one back before half-time. Throw in Charleston Battery. Down the line for Cuevas, controls it to Prince. A little bit of trickery to Cuevas, turns into trouble. The referee has a look, no foul. Hooked up the line by Wilson, and now the Rhinos with a throw-in. Oh, that's a bit loose into the midfield. Rochester with possession here at the halfway line. Kelly doing some defensive work there and almost winning it from the midfielder. Now there's the step over from Abassi, and here he comes down the line and still going. Cross comes into the middle, scuffed out to the far side by Abdallah. Throw in Rhinos, that's more like it. That's what we saw of him in Rochester. Didn't do it consistently throughout the game. Heavy challenge by Wilson to concede another throw-in. We're in time added on here at the end of the first half. Charleston are 2-0 up. Dane Kelly and Jose Cuevas again combine with a goal apiece here in the first half. Just like Wednesday night. Oh, Dixon goes round the Battery defender, goes to ground, and it's a free kick. And this is a chance. Surely the last kick of the first half. Big chance this for Rochester. They may as well risk everybody forward because there won't be any time for a counter-attack, you would think. It's almost like a corner kick, this. Banks will take it. Everybody back defending for Charleston, bar none. Banks then for the Rhinos with a wide free kick here at the stroke of half-time. Clips it in, good ball in, oh, headed away by Van Schaik. The volley is blocked, the second volley missed, still alive perhaps, and no, he couldn't get the strike away. There's the half-time whistle. The players will head inside. We'll take a break. When we come back, the half-time show here from Blackboard Stadium. The score at half-time, Charleston Battery 2, Rochester Rhinos 0.
America's top travel magazine named Charleston the best city in the nation, so it's no secret that people are flocking here. But people from all over the world come to MUSC for our unparalleled expertise year after year. Maybe that's why so many national organizations invest in our breakthroughs and why so many of the world's top doctors continue to join us. So while Charleston's magnetic draw may not surprise you, we wanted to remind you about ours. MUSC, changing what's possible.
live video broadcast. And I'll remind you that scores, stats, news and more are available exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USLPro, and make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. And of course, don't forget, every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR chat, social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Battery and the Rochester Rhinos YouTube channel today. And I did mention before the break that we are going out to the West Coast and the Midwest. I think that's Midwest, is it? Oklahoma City. It's out there towards the west half of this country, and we're going out there next weekend. Both games will be available live locally on 910 on ESPN Radio 910 AM, and we'll also have live video streaming for you for both games, and you can access that. You can link to that through the Charleston Battery website, charlestonbattery.com. Don't forget to follow the Battery on Twitter and like us on Facebook. You know, there is some fantastic content on the Charleston Battery Facebook page. Lots of videos, lots of interaction with the players. You can see Adam Mena doing the ice bucket challenge, and Colin Falvey, the captain, and Suzanne Sudzina from the front office. They all got into that this week. I think I got to do it next week now, because Dave Eccles from the River Dogs did it and challenged me, so I'm not going to let him get the better of me. And of course, if you do that ice bucket challenge, it's also quite okay to donate some money to ALS research, which is the cause that is being highlighted by that media and social media craze that's taking the country by storm today. And if you get a chance, check out online Robbie Keane's ice bucket challenge. It was absolutely hilarious. I think if there was a winner in that ice bucket challenge video montage business, he would win hands down. It looked like a scene out of he looked like he was on his yacht when he did it. Right now it's half time here at Blackboard Stadium. The referee, Mr. Cedric Adam, has the whistle ready, and we're going to get this second half started. Charleston have made a change at the break with Michael Chang making way for Adam Mena. Charleston are 2-0 up. Can they push on here and pick up the 3 points, or will there be a response from Rochester? Can they come back at the Battery? Away we go, and Chang just off there. It's Mena rather, chasing that ball down from Jose Cuevas. It's into touch for a throw-in for the Rhinos, and we're still waiting for the final word from the dubious assist committee to see who assisted on that Michael Chang goal. I think I mentioned that Dane Kelly scored before the half. It wasn't Kelly, of course. It was Chang who got the first, Cuevas converting from the spot for the second goal. Rochester win it back in the challenge. Here they come across the halfway line. It's behind J.C. Banks, though. He'll have to put his head down and chase now. It's Wilson for the Battery. Goes backwards to Ferguson, and straight into touch on this near side to concede a throw-in, and it's a bit sloppy from the Battery after the half-time break. That won't please the head coach, Mike Anhauser. Abassi gets a challenge in. Dixon just trying to deflect it forward. Here he comes, lovely first touch, hooked away by Van Schaik. Kelly controls on the chest, beaten away from him by Diallo. Foot came up high, but referee allows play to continue. It's very tight now with Rosenlund. To Dixon, squares it to the far side. McMahon, inside now to Mendoza. Bright start this from Rochester. Abassi for Rochester, brings it forward. He's got Mena ahead of him, still going. Oh, he squares it straight to Abdallah, who scuffs it back to Rochester. Rochester with possession. The supporters section, you can probably hear them down below us, have come over to this near side to encourage the voices over here. Banks on the far side for the Rhinos. Here come Rochester, the cross blocked by Wilson. He gets it back though. Tries to go through the legs of Wilson. He's tackled, dispossessed, and the Battery thump it clear. Kept alive though by Rochester. It's been a great start to the second half this for the Rhinos. Here's Abassi. Steps forward, finds Mendoza. Scuffed over to the far side. Good ball, it's McMahon. Plays it back inside now to to the Rochester midfield, out to Abassi, who's in a wide area. Rolls it forward, gets it back. Very tight in front of him and congested. He's still going, and finally it's hit long by Griffith on the clearance. Diallo will get to the loose ball first. Lovely from the defender to turn away with possession from Dane Kelly. And the long ball forward will be gathered up, will it, by... no, it won't be. Griffith's going to have to bring it clear. He's got the pace to get by Mendoza and hits it to the halfway line. Cuevas turns into trouble and loses possession. Now Dixon. Here come Rochester with Dixon. He got the ball there, Abdallah. Dixon stays on his feet. Looked like a foul for a second, and Charleston have it back. 49 minutes played. Charleston Battery 2, Rochester Rhinos 0. The rivalry between these teams extends back to the '96 season. They never played in a championship game, but they have met in the playoffs a couple of times, with both sides having success at that stage of the season. Oh, that's poor from Ferguson. Dixon gets on the end of it, chested away by the keeper, and then hooked clear. Well done. Charleston, though, sloppy. Griffith with possession for the Battery. Rolls it back to Falvey, who boots it away. Now Abdallah finds Cuevas. Lovely ball to Prince. Back outside to Cuevas. Back inside to Prince. Hoffa stretches and breaks it up. Here come the Battery, though, with Van Schaik. He's forcing it forward. He's got Kelly wide. Still Van Schaik. He's tackled by Hoffa. Super challenge from the former Battery player. Looked like a foul there by Van Schaik to prevent the counter-attack. Here come the Rhinos. Banks across the halfway line. Slots it into the gap for Dixon. Falvey steps across him. And a Disnall Cooper finally can pick it up. What a 5 minutes we had. What a 5 minutes of the to start the second half. Rochester, they must have got an earful at the break because they've come out flying. Nothing to show for it yet. Uncontested header there for Diallo. Van Schaik wins the challenge. No foul. The referee allows play to continue. And that's a good chipped ball forward for Mena to chase. Diallo plays it back to the keeper. He needs to get rid of it there, and he slices it clear. Not good clearance, really. Kelly's offside. No, he's onside. Play on, says the referee. Sets it back for Prince. Can't get the shot away. Cuevas, oh, lovely! Prince! Square, Mena can't get it in, and it's cleared by Rochester. What a tremendous bit of skill from Cuevas to put Prince in, and he missed the chance. Well, unbelievable. Brilliant, really. A few of the Rochester players, Kyle Hoffa among them, have got their hands on their knees. They look like they're shattered already after 5 minutes of the second half. It's a corner here for the Battery, trying to press home the advantage. Cuevas swings it in. Good header away from Diallo. Dixon underneath it. Headed back inside by the Battery. Now Mena to Cuevas. Slices it square. Diallo heads it down. And finally away by Abassi. Charleston quickly will gather up possession. Pile on the pressure. It's Van Schaik now. Oh, he cuts it inside to Dane Kelly. He's caught, though, by Hoffa on the tackle. And finally now, Rochester should get it clear with Walls. Up to Sundley. And now Mendoza will play it out to Abassi on this near side. Well, I'll tell you what, if Prince had finished that, that would have been a contender for goal of the season for sure. Just couldn't get the angle on it. Dixon is tackled there by Zach Prince. And Charleston have it back. Prince having a word with the referee. It's John Wilson for the Battery. Plays it forward down the line to Kelly. Chests it square. Given away by the Rhinos. Van Schaik squares it now to Griffith. He's got room to work with on this near side. Here he comes across the halfway line. He's stretching them on this near side. Still going. Kept in play. No, he dribbled into touch, says the official over here. Throwing Rhinos. He is fast. I tell you what, he's quick as lightning. Sundley couldn't stay with him. Quinton Griffith, the young right back for the Battery. You look at Griffith, you know, you just see that Yedlin go into Tottenham, And you think, like, a player like Quentin Griffith, there's not a lot of difference, really. He's got pace of the world, just like Yedlin, who won't be going to Tottenham until the end of the MLS season, by the way. Van Schaik's foot was high there in the challenge. It'll be a free kick for Rochester Rhinos, just inside the half. A last warning for Van Schaik. How many last warnings are we going to have, do you think, tonight? Cedric Adams, our referee. It's good to keep the cards in the pocket, of course. And he has, to be fair, been the same for both teams. Rosenlund, the only player booked, and that was for dissent, we believe. Here come Rochester now, trying to find a way back. They just need a goal to really change the face of this game. That's hit sharply forward for Rosenlund, who gives up the chase. And you know what? I think we're going to see a change here before long. Bob Lilly isn't going to mess about. I think he can sense that he needs to inject some fresh legs in here, maybe some fresh ideas. Battery 2-0 up. We have played 54 minutes here at Blackboard Stadium. Live USL Pro Soccer for you here on ESPN Radio 9:10 a.m. Thanks for joining us. My name is Andrew Bell, your host tonight, and for all Charleston Battery games in this 2014 USL Pro season. The Battery's 22nd season as a pro soccer club. Here come the Battery now with Cuevas. Sharply back to Wilson, and he earns a throw-in on the far side. Mike Ghazi is being prepared for action. McMahon had his studs up there. The referee saw it, but he's not going to do anything about it, or is he? He's telling McMahon to calm down. Well, or keep his foot down. There's no damage done. It's a throw-in for the Charleston Battery. That supporter section over in E1 is growing game by game. I tell you what, it's remarkable. Started off with like half a dozen of them right after the World Cup. I think prompted by the local American Outlaw chapter. And it's grown every game. Here comes the change we were talking about. Bob Lilly is going to make a change. Well, McMahon's coming off. It wasn't his best night. He'll make way for Mike Ghazi, who is listed as a midfielder. So perhaps Rochester are going to reshuffle here. Defender coming off, midfielder coming in. Tactical move from Lilly, who has to go outside the norm a little bit because he's a real defensive-minded coach and has been very successful with that approach, but needs to open up a little bit here and try and get a goal and get back into this game. Drag his side back into it. Throw in Battery. Cuevas allowed to turn. Looks up. Swings it into the back post. Men are after it. Beaten away by the keeper. Good punch clear. Griffith shot from distance. Won't trouble the goalkeeper. Goal kick. Goalkeeper having a word with the referee. I don't know what he's complaining about there. That was a good challenge from both of them, and he won it. He got above Mena and punched it firmly clear. '57th minute. Nice clearance from the goalkeeper, McCarthy. Abdallah wins the header at the halfway line. Rochester control the loose ball. Out to this near side for Banks, still full of running. Turns with possession. Shows a bit of it to Griffith, who concedes a throw-in on this near side. Charleston unbeaten in 6 games coming into this match. Fueled by that oatmeal cookie thing they've got going. You can read about that on their Facebook page. Fascinating. These soccer players can be quite superstitious, as we're finding. Here come Rochester now with a substitute, Ghazi. Good first touch, but can he get the cross in? Sets it back. Whipped into the middle. Out comes the keeper. Good catch. Just what you want to see if you're a central defender. The keeper pushing you out the way and coming and grabbing it. Griffith fires it forward. Lovely control from Cuevas, who, well, he tried to drop it down the line for Dane Kelly, who's saying, not that fast, please. He hammered it past him. throw in for the Rhinos, taken to the goalkeeper. He can't pick it up. He needs to be careful here because Kelly's breathing down his neck. It's away now to the halfway line. Angled header for Wilson from Ferguson. Round the outside for Prince. Spins away with possession and he's around the defender. Still going and still Zach Prince goes to Cuevas in the box. Turns with possession. Now here's Abdallah just behind him. Good football from the Battery. Griffith is wide. Cuts inside the midfielder. Chips into the middle. Good ball. Oh, that was a lovely ball. It took a deflection on the way through. It'll be a corner kick. Very subtle, that left-footed ball just dropping into the 6-yard box, and Rochester dealt with it well. There'll be a huge roar as Cuevas takes the corner over there by section E1. The beer garden right behind him. I'm sure they're enjoying themselves. It's Cuevas now for the Battery. On the corner kick. Whips it in. Headed down. Van Schaik got the header in, but it's across the face. Here's Falvey. Drives it into the near post. Mena goes down. Play on, says the referee. There was contact in the box. No shout. And it'll be a throw-in for Charleston. He got to the ball first, but the tackle came in and it was clean. It's a resurgent Battery side. I've got to be honest with you. It doesn't bear a lot of comparison to the side that started the season this. They're just full of it at the moment, full of themselves. As Falvey lets that one, no he doesn't, he hooks it to the halfway line. Abdallah heads it forward, and into touch, throw in Rochester. More action from the Rochester bench, we'll keep an eye on that for you. The atmosphere is absolutely buzzing here tonight at Blackboard Stadium. Hope you can hear some of it on the ESPN radio broadcast. I'm sure if you're watching you can see it. It's really something. Here come the Rhinos now, across the halfway line. Rosenlund plays it square. Now here's Diallo, cushions it, looks downfield, finds Mendoza. His touch is a little heavy, but he'll retrieve possession at the halfway line. On the hour mark, Charleston Battery 2, Rochester 0, live from Blackboard Stadium. Live USL Pro Soccer as JC Banks heads forward and Additional Cooper can pick it up, although he will be in no hurry. Now he does have it in his hands. 4,011 the attendance tonight. I just got word from the official here at Blackboard Stadium. Not bad at all for a Friday night. Better than Wednesday. I'll tell you what, I was surprised by the people that showed up on Wednesday. It was a good crowd. And they saw what was really probably the best game of the season so far. I think the official count was like 25 or 2,600 here Wednesday night. But very vocal across in section E1 throughout the match. It's a throw in here for the Charleston Battery. Quinton Griffith with it, down by the corner flag. Down the line it goes. It comes back to him and he smacks it away, left-footed to the halfway line. Ghazi can't control it, lets it bounce, and now he brings it under control and has to go backwards to the keeper. I feel like there are more goals in this game for sure. It's Diallo. Plays it forward, gets it back. Walls to Rosenlund. Now Hoffer, the former Charleston Battery man. Left Charleston to play a season in Tampa Bay. That team defunct now before coming up to Rochester. Dixon with a good touch, gets it wide. Here come the Rhinos on the far side. Slotted into the gap. He's asking too much there, surely. Yep. Just overhit that. I think it was Mendoza. It'll be a goal kick for Charleston. And just looking at Bob Lilly, he's animated down there on the bench below us. He's talking to the two players that are going to come in here in a few minutes. Just, I think, explaining the finer points of this shape and the system that he's employing tonight. They're taking on some water, getting ready for what will be a tough 20-minute or 25 minutes work ahead of them. He's throwing them on to make an impact here, and Let's see if we can make that substitution now, or we're going to have to wait a second. Looks like a double swap. It's Charleston, though, with a throw-in, which they take, so we'll continue play here. That's going to be a free kick for Rochester at the halfway line. Well, here comes the first change. It's Min Vu coming in. It's going to be Alex Dixon making way for Vu. I thought Dixon played well tonight. Off he comes. He'll be playing tomorrow, I'm sure. And then the other substitution, I think Mendoza making way for Hao Pu. Attacking changes from Bob Lilly. JC Banks is going to drop back actually now because Vu is an out-and-out striker. So that gives Rochester and Bob Lilly the luxury of playing Banks just in behind the two strikers. Need to get him on the ball though. Well, that's given away there, and Cuevas tries to play it down the line. Got caught as he tried to play it. There's a player actually just pulling up a little bit there. Oh, that's a heavy touch, and Dane Kelly, he misses his chance to take it from Abassi, and Rochester have it back. But they give it away again. Is it one in the tackle by Charleston? Yes, Falvey wins the header. He crushed the Rochester player. Caught him as he went up for the ball. And we're going to have the trainer on to take a look here. And you know what? It's the substitute. His first action of the game, Hupo. And he went up for an aerial challenge with Colin Falvey, who won the header, no question about it. And he caught the player as well. He's got to come on and have a look, because that's a head injury. Come on. And that's quite right from the referee, saying to the trainer, keep your eyes on the game, that's a head injury. As soon as he stopped play, he needed to come on. Let's hope he's okay. They don't mess about with head injuries anymore. At least in USL Pro they don't. In the FIFA World Cup, it was dreadful, wasn't it? All the concussions we saw. Charleston are going to make a change as well, with Dane Kelly making way for Eviel Cordovez. Another good night's work from the Jamaican from Tivoli Gardens Football Club. Off he comes, and on comes the Cuban striker Cordovez. By the way, don't forget, how could you? EPL season starts tomorrow morning. There goes my weekend from now until May. Can't wait. And the coverage, of course, in the United States these days is absolutely fantastic. So I'm sure the first game is that early one at 7:30. I haven't even looked who's playing yet, but be watching the games. And why not? You should too. As Charleston will get possession back. Rochester won't contest it, and Battery have it then. And work it out from the back here. 66th minute. Charleston 2, Rochester 0. It's the Battery ahead, but Rochester with a goal would come right back at them here. It's played long, headed down by Diallo. Abdallah controls in the midfield, sets it back to Falvey. Has a look and squares it to Ferguson. Two forwards now trying to make it hard for the Battery. Charleston play it long. Cordovez gives chase. Flag goes up. He was coming from an offside position. Free kick Rochester. Abassi plays it back. That's not a good ball, and Diallo's going to have to try and deal with it and just smacks it away to concede a throw-in. Pressure from Charleston, and the turnover coming very quickly thereafter. And the referee's having a word to make sure Kyle Hoffer's okay. He won't want to come out of this game against his former club, no question about that. Oh, lovely from Cuevas to skip the challenge. Strong challenge from Diallo. Corner kick, Charleston Battery. Is it a corner? I think it is. Or is it a foul? Or is it a throw-in? It's a throw-in, so it didn't cross the line. So a throw for the Battery. Quickly taken. Cordovez can't control it. Goal kick. '68th minute. The goals are coming in the first half. Chang in the 26-minute mark. Cuevas from the spot in the 41-minute mark as Wilson gets a touch. Abdallah, lovely control, volleys it to the halfway line. headed back downfield. Abdallah tries to angle it to Cuevas, who got caught there. Crumpled to the ground by Alex Sundley. Maybe a little bit of frustration creeping in. And it'll be a free kick for the Battery. Just over 20 minutes to play. Been another entertaining game. You know, Charleston haven't scored many goals this year, but in the last 2 games they've scored 5. And have been really throwing themselves forward. That's got to be a free kick. Yep, Diallo just pushed Cordovez over. What he's thinking there, Diallo. Because Cordovez is going nowhere. He's coming across here. He'll be lucky if he keeps that ball in play. Otherwise, it's a Rochester throw-in. As it is, because of the foul, Charleston with a chance to really put some pressure on Rochester now. It's going to be Van Schaik to take it, not Cuevas. All right, let's see what Van Schaik can work here. It's going to be an in-swinger, a nasty one to defend this. Van Schaik from the set piece on this near side. 69th minute, 2-0 to the Battery. The referee setting the wall. Good ball in, headed away by the Rhinos. Griffith with a strike. That one will hit someone's car. Well, it hit the post, the flagpole, so somebody's car was saved. It's going to be a goal kick for the Rochester Rhinos. We have hit the 70-minute mark now. Charleston Battery still 2-0 up here against the visiting Rochester Rhinos. Abdallah beaten in the air at the halfway line. Set across to Banks. He just lifts it forward. Falvey beats him in the air. Hard challenges coming in the midfield. And Mena, does he come through and win it? Tackles hard. It'll be a throw-in for Rochester. Quickly taken. Sundley gets it across to the captain, Rosenlund. Right down the middle to Banks. Lovely turn, but his pass forward is cut out by Wilson and Van Schaik. Here's Prince. Wide to the former Rochester player, the former Rhino, John Wilson. Hoffer battling with Cordovez, wins the header. Headed back, and oh, that's not a good header, really. Here come Rochester. Maybe Vu can get the cross in. He goes to the outside, tackled by Ferguson, sets it back. Rosenlund looking for it square, gets it now, and now back it comes to Walls. Walls on the right foot, chips out to this near side to Abbasi. Brings it down. Going at Mena. He's showing him inside, and here he comes inside now. Plays it square. Across to the middle, away by Ferguson. The chase is on now. And hooked high into the air by Diallo. That's no-nonsense defending. Still not all the way across the line. Griffith volleys to the halfway line. And again, looked like a foul there from the Rochester sub. It's Griffith now for the Battery. Drives it forward. Cushion down from Hoffer. Mena wins it in the tackle. Throw in Rochester Rhinos. And the game's just got a little bit scrappy in the last 5 minutes. Here come the Rhinos again, though. Really, they are going for it, trying to get back into this game. There's a player out wide on the far side. That's overhit, though. Well, Tony Walls, he looked up and he tried to play it wide, but he just wrapped his foot around it, kind of hooked it over there. It'll be a throw-in now for the Charleston Battery. Good little slip header on. Hooked away by Rochester for a Battery throw on the far side at the halfway line. Charleston's next game after tonight is not tomorrow on Sunday, but the following Sunday against OKC Energy in Oklahoma City. Looking forward to visiting that town. Followed by Sacramento the following Wednesday. Here's Mena for Charleston. Gets it wide to Griffith, running at Abbasi. Abbasi stepping away. He's going to go to the byline. Abbasi's got the pace though, doesn't he? And he steps in, gets the tackle away. Well played by the left back, but he concedes a corner kick. 2 quick players there going toe-to-toe. And Rochester are going to try again here with a substitution. Who's this coming off? It's Sundley off and Rosenboom into the match. So Sundley makes way for Rosenboom. Here's the corner for Charleston. Can they convert it? It's Cuevas over the ball. Cross it comes to the back post. Headed over the bar by Sean Ferguson. He got good contact on it, but couldn't keep it down. Another good delivery from Cuevas. That's actually going to be the last thing he does tonight, as Cuevas now will make way for Dante Marini. Handshake with his former teammate Kyle Hoffer, and then he'll make his way off the pitch. So Marini will have just about 15 minutes to play with here. Got the second goal tonight, Cuevas, from the penalty spot. It's been a good week for him. Coach Anhauser having a word with him as he steps off the pitch. Rochester get us back underway. Ball there to be won at the halfway line. Van Schaik digs in and comes up with it. Nicely done. Now Abdallah squares it to Griffith. Cuts inside Vu. Looks up. Forward it comes to Marini. His first touch. And offside is Adam Mena. Free kick. Rochester with possession on the far side. They play it back to Diallo. Heavy touch, but he gets away with it. Gets it back, and now out to this near side to Abassi. Back to Diallo. Slips it through the gap. That's a good ball to McManus. McManus, or Rosenlund rather. Rosenlund plays it forward, not McManus. Asking for it back. Here he is now, Rosenlund. Out to Hoffer on the right. Chips it forward. He's asking for Banks to do a lot over there, but Ferguson is there and knocked away by Banks for a throw-in. Charleston will have a throw deep inside their own half. 15 minutes left at Blackboard Stadium. Can the Battery hang on for the points? Hoffer comes storming forward, bounces at the edge of the box. Van Schaik gets it to Ferguson, who lumps it downfield. Diallo will get there first. Hooks it forward, helped on its way, and now away by Charleston. Abdallah to the halfway line. Abassi first to the ball, touches it inside, and here come the Rhinos again. It's been a good spell this for Rochester. Can they find that crucial first goal though? Here's Abassi at the halfway line. Allowed to bring it forward. There's no one ahead of him. Still going. Rosenboom's first touch. Turns it forward for Abassi, who stayed high. Now Vu, down the line, he gets around Griffith, crosses to the back post, and a comfortable catch for Cooper. Thought about the quick throw out, but he's going to slow it down. He wants to wait till the midfield can get forward here. Cordovez lets it run across his body. And Diallo played that into touch. Did he? No, play on, says the referee. Here's Marini now. Touch back to Cordovez. Can't control it. Charleston struggling to string passes together here. As Vu gives chase. Strikes Mena and he gets it back. Abdallah, who's done a lot of work there in the midfield, goal side of him. And now here's Rosenboom. The substitute should have fresh legs and maybe some fresh ideas. Gets it to Abassi. Oh, Mena's touches straight to Vu. Vu on his right foot. Gets it wide now. Abassi is there. Forced away by Griffith. Rosenboom again. The Rochester Rhinos build here. With Walls, who flicks it forward. Banks onside. He turns with possession. Can he get the shot away? He can't. Tackled by Van Schaik. Clearance is not good from Van Schaik. It's Rosenboom. Now finally it breaks down. Well, it was a good spell of pressure, but in the end the shot didn't even come from Rochester. And now Charleston counterattack with Wilson across the halfway line. Looks up. Can he find a teammate? He can. It's Prince. 3 players around him. And Rochester scuff it out to this near side. They hook it clear. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery. 78th minute. Still Charleston Battery 2, Rochester 0. Thanks for joining us tonight on ESPN Radio 9:10 a.m. and across the globe, wherever you're watching the Charleston Battery YouTube broadcast. Prince shows for it. Loses possession a bit tamely, really. Here's Rosenboom for Rochester. Across the halfway stripe. Cuts inside. Still going here. Still going. Evades the challenge. Gets it through the legs of Prince. Wide to the far side. Ghazi. Back to Rosenboom. Now Walls. Vu comes back from into the midfield to try and get a piece of it. It's just slowed down a little bit. Rochester have it though. The captain Tyler Rosenlund. Hard challenge there from Cordovez. He didn't win the ball. Rochester doing a good job here of keeping possession. The through ball for Banks, cut out, but he gets it wide. Surely a cross coming now. Here it is to the back post. Wilson after it. Heads it out to the far side and just keeps it in play. No, into touch. It went into touch. It'll be a throw-in, an attacking throw-in for the Rochester Rhinos. Taken quickly. Again, they're lining up in the middle, but that's overhit. Well, that's disappointing. And it'll end up behind for a goal kick. That's tired legs, isn't it, from Walls, who had plenty of time to look up, but just drove it too far. Remember, the Battery are playing on very short rest. They played Wednesday night, the day off on Thursday, and then back at it again Friday evening. It's like a back-to-back that. A lot of the players will say they prefer to play 2 games in two days rather than 2 in 3. There's Cooper, maybe he's got some tired legs, kicks that one straight back to Rochester. 10 minutes to play now at Blackboard Stadium. Rochester chasing the game. The Battery 2-0 up. 2 goals to the good here at Blackboard Stadium. Tackle comes in, the player goes down. It was slight contact, but not enough. Play on, says the referee. Here comes Charleston with Marini. Touch heavy. Hoffer takes it from him. Keeper McCarthy to the halfway line. Wilson gathers up possession. Under a bit of pressure, he has to keep going. Goes backwards finally to Additional Cooper. First time clearance. Straight to a Rhinos player. They get it wide. Down the line it goes for Vu. He's dragged Ferguson across on the cover. In comes the cross. Good touch from Van Schaik and a good clearance. Hoffer angles the header back to Diallo and the Rhinos can build again. Abassi. Charleston really just struggling to catch up to the pace of the game now. Perhaps that game they played Wednesday is really catching up to them as Marini got the tackling, but Cordovez can't find the loose ball, and it's back with Rosenboom now at the halfway line. Oh, that's poor. That's poor from Rosenboom, and he knows it. He's got fresh legs as well. He's getting an earful from Bob Lilly on this near side. Kicks it straight into touch to give possession back to the Battery, who look like they need a rest. Griffith hooks it clear. Is there anyone there to contest it? Not really. And Marini finds the loose ball. Now Abdallah turns it back dangerously. Rochester have it back. Here's Rosenboom. Plays it on the ground to Banks. Squares it to the captain, who just got knocked off the ball. He's asking for help from the referee. I think it's tired legs. He's coming flying into Zach Prince here. And just got a little bit of him, but Prince got the tackle away. Now Wilson steps forward with possession. And still, here comes Wilson. And still going. Can he find a teammate? He can. That's a good ball wide to Prince. Charleston with bodies in the box. In it comes. Blocked behind. Corner kick, Charleston. Well, they'll send Sean Ferguson forward just to keep all of the Rochester players back. The Rhinos cannot concede a third goal here. It would be just about death, I think, if they conceded the death knell. Can they defend the corner? Here it is from Charleston to the back post. They're lining up back there, headed back inside. Not fully clear yet. Falvey, or rather Marini, tries to get it away. Cordovez in with a challenge, can't get the shot off. Set wide by the Rhinos towards Zach Prince and blocked behind for a goal kick. Charleston are going to bring on some experience here at the end. And it's going to be the veteran midfielder Amadou Sanyang, who was rested tonight. And well played, Aminu Abdallah, who's run himself into the ground. He is going to make way for Amadou Sanyang. Here a late substitution for Mike Anhauser, the head coach of the Charleston Battery. Charleston Battery 2, Rochester Rhinos 0. The score, as the Battery look to extend their unbeaten streak to 7 games. Fueled supposedly by those oatmeal and raisin cookies. Take from that what you will. I know I had one at lunch because that's what they were serving. As Sanyang into the game, wins the header. He finds Cordovez, turns with the ball, but caught in possession. Wins it back in the tackle briefly, and now he can look up with possession to Van Schaik. Good ball to Griffith. Griffith opens his legs, forwards to Marini. First time ball into the box. Mena gives chase, the keeper off his line and grabs it. Good goalkeeping that. Throws it to the halfway line. Good distribution. Now Rosenboom finds Banks, the danger man. What can he do with it? Pushes it wide to Vu. Working against Quinton Griffith. Crosses to the middle. Good header clear. Walls is there first. He's going to have a crack. Oh, it's on frame and it's pushed over the bar for a corner kick. It moved a lot, didn't it? And a good save by the goalkeeper, Adisno Cooper, in the end. Good strike from Walls. And it'll be a corner and a chance here for the Rhinos. He'd have been upset if he'd have let that in, Cooper, but give him credit for the reaction, because the ball just dipped away at the last second. Two shots, is that now, for Rochester? Oh, he's played short. Here we go. Corner kick. Set down the line. Charleston slow to react. Crossed into the middle. Headed up in the air by Prince. Ferguson beaten in the air. Oh, it's in! J.C. Banks, bicycle kick finish. Rochester have pulled that vital first goal back. Well, it was generous defending from the Battery, to say the least. Ferguson, who's 6'4", was beaten in the air. And just a striker, poacher's finish from J.C. Banks. That will lift Rochester. They've got about 5 minutes to find a second and even a winner, perhaps. Charleston just lump it downfield. They'll gather up the ball now, the Battery. Prince with a loose touch. Marini, can he find possession? He can. Down the line it goes to Cordovez. Gets around the defender. Into the box. Aviel Cordovez. Shot blocked. Corner kick Charleston. Good response, you have to say, from the home side. 87th minute. Another very exciting game here at Blackboard Stadium. Corner kick for the Battery, a chance for Charleston. Poor corner, hit to the near post, away by the Rhinos. Prince works it back to Wilson. Left-footed ball forward. Sanyang can't get there. Here's Ferguson, and now Charleston can build with Griffith. Down the line he goes to Mena. Inside goes Mena, around the defender. Good tackle from Rochester to break up the attack. And away come the Rhinos at the halfway line. Marini shrugged off. Falvey, strong challenge. Oh, play on, says the referee. Advantage with Rochester. Banks goes to the right of Sanyang. Falvey looks like he's got hurt in the challenge. Cross comes in, away by Wilson at the near post. Well, if there was a foul there, I think it would have been a free kick for Rochester Rhinos. Falvey tangling in the midfield. Rochester with possession. We're in the 88th minute. Ball comes in long. Comfortable catch for Additional Cooper. Well, we're going to have a grandstand finish here. 88th minute. Charleston are 2-1 up now. Banks has pulled a goal back. He looks absolutely shattered, JC Banks. Hands on knees. As Marini can't control the bounce. Is he trying to get around the player over there? He's giving chase. Hoffer will get there first. The ball clipped away. Hupao got a piece of it. Now here comes Rosenlund. Out to this near side. The Rhinos full of running now. Abassi running at Mena. Tries to cut to the byline. He let it under his foot. Well, that's tired legs. Tired brain a little bit. If you've ever played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you think in one thing and your body does another. 89 minutes in. Charleston Battery 2, Rochester 1. There'll be a few minutes of stoppage time, I'm sure. Time running out for the Rhinos. But they have the momentum, you would have to say. Falvey with a volleyed clearance up towards the halfway line. Mena trying to hook it on. This is the ball. And they get it down the line. Here comes Vu now. Running at Griffith. Swipes away at him and wins the ball. And that'll be a free kick for Charleston. Zabassi just came into the challenge a little high there. Rochester Rhinos technical staff not happy with the decision there. Good work, sir, said one of the Battery fans. Not sure if you heard that. Charleston are going to give some attention to Adam Mena, who's bleeding. Is there time to make a substitution, perhaps? Looks like maybe he got caught in the nose. We're in the 90th minute. The referee's coming across for a word with the fourth official. He's not happy with something Bob Lilly said. The conversation continues. And Mena's going to come on bandaged up. We're into time added on at the end of the game here. Griffith hits it long. Cordovez crumples to the ground. No decision. Rochester can counter-attack here. Up to the halfway line. Here's Rosenboom. Drives it out to the far side for Ghazi. Prince across goal side on the cover. And again, out to the wide. Sent forward. Rosenlund is there. Just needs to get this square if he can. Plays it backwards. Hoffer squares it. Abassi steps on it. Mena brings it clear. There's a foot race, but Diallo will get there first. And it's a good ball down the line to Vu. Here he comes now. Top of the 18-yard box. That one won't trouble Additional Cooper. Goal kick. 4 minutes have been added on, and we've played a minute of that, folks. Don't forget, the Battery's next game is next Sunday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. OKC Energy, the opponent. We'll have that live for you. We're on the road at 8 o'clock on ESPN Radio, 9:10 a.m. with pregame starting at 7:45 p.m. Don't miss it. The game should be available live as well on OKC Energy's YouTube side. You can YouTube stream. You can link to that through the Battery website if you choose. As Cordovez does enough to win a throw-in deep inside the Rochester half. We've played 2 minutes now of the 4 that have been added on. Charleston, as you would expect, in no hurry to get us restarted. Cordovez brings it down under control, still going on the dribble, squares it to Sanyang. Sanyang rolls it out to Griffith. No real need to play it inside here. He's going to go to the corner flag. He's tackled by Abassi. It'll be a throw in for the Battery. It's a better decision, isn't it, from Griffith? Don't forget, stay with us after the final whistle for the post-game show here on ESPN Radio 910 AM. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, you're going to miss that, unfortunately. But certainly for those of you leaving the game in your cars, you will be able to enjoy the post-game reaction from the technical staff of the Charleston Battery. Here come Rochester now. Perhaps time for one more foray forward. It's out to the far side, just kept in play over there. Midway up inside the Rhinos' half. Rosenlund screaming for a Bussey to get into a wide position, give him an angle. Vood let that through his finger. Mena in with a challenge to concede a throw-in. Midway up inside the Rhinos' half. 60 seconds to play, and Vu's getting an earful from the referee. Not sure what that's about. The throw taken back to the goalkeeper. 45 seconds to go. He's got to just pump it downfield. Here it is now. Long ball forward from Rochester. Like a little push. Play on, says the referee. It drops in the box. Cooper comes and picks it up. When I said push, it looked like one of the Rhinos players had just leaned into a Battery man, not the other way around. If you were hoping for a PK there, no real shout. As Rosenboom and Marini tangle. Cordovez gets his head on it. Headed wide. Prince is there. Sets it square to Cordovez. Tackled in the midfield. Well, he has to do better there. Got caught in possession. And now the Rhinos are going to come forward one last time. Down the line it goes. Squared into the middle. Sanyang cushions it and hits it to the halfway line. There's the final whistle. And the Battery prevail. What a game we had again. 2 in a row. Crackers here at Blackboard Stadium. And the Battery come up victorious by a scoreline of 2-1. Michael Chang opened the scoring in the 26th minute. Jose Cuevas doubled the lead for the Battery in the 41st. JC Banks, for me, Rochester's player of the game, pulled a goal back in the 86-minute mark to make it 2-1. It was a set-up what was really an exciting finish, but in the end, I think tired legs for both teams just disrupted the quality a bit, and the Battery hung on for the 3 points. 3 big points that will lift Charleston now above Rochester in the USL Pro standings. Let's have a quick look at the table before we go to break. Well, Charleston entered the game 2 points behind Charleston on 29 through 23 games played. Rochester with 31 points through 23, and now the Battery move up to 32 points, up into 6th position with 4 games left. Rochester a point behind the Battery. The Rhinos play tomorrow night in Charlotte. You can watch that game live on the Charlotte Eagles YouTube channel, and that does wrap it up for our YouTube broadcast. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stay with us, though, if you're listening locally on ESPN Radio 910 AM. The Charleston Battery post-game show coming up after these words.